Although the pacing of the storylines is quite slow and scenes are too bloody, Constantine City of Demons is a gripping and an enjoyable animated film, especially for the fans of Hellblazer, as it depicts the tone and character of John Constantine as it is in the comics. Despite the modest animation, this R-rated feature manages to remain faithful to the comic book source material. It is something that you should not watch together with your kids if you don't want to check their rooms every night for the boogeyman. The story and the characters were written magnificently by J.M. DeMatteis while providing a very dark, mature, but magical content. The most heartbreaking part was when Constantine revealed the meaning of the Camdever curse at the end of the film. That to be able to save Chas's daughter, the memories of his family's love for him and Constantine's decades-long friendship must be forgotten as part of the sacrifice.
It was called the Camdever curse.
Yeah? So?
Accent on the curse, mate.
What do you mean?
The voice acting by Matt Ryan, who also portrayed the live-action Constantine in 2014, and Asa, the Nightmare Nurse by Laura Bailey are very impressive. Matt Ryan was consistent in giving the vibe of a man who consistently battles ethical dilemmas in his daily life. His spellcasting voice, Latin or French, was, in all fairness, spellbinding.
Deja que la verdad te consuma. Deja ese nombre sombra. Deja que el dedo te consuma.
Meanwhile, Laura Bailey was consistent in giving a sexy but brazen voice acting with the right amount of dynamism.
Your timing sucks, Johnny. I was right in the middle of a threesome with a dryad and a sylph.
Although some lines were delivered poorly by other characters, Matt Ryan and the demons saved it.
So, what do you think?
I think you should shut up and let me do my job.
However, the most remarkable part of this movie are the demons, and some of the demons or mythical beings in this movie have actual direct connections to real-life mythologies. Their animated depictions may be slightly different, but the general definition of these beings are somewhat consistent with the descriptions of historical literatures and archaeological findings. First one is Mictlantecuhtli. Mictlantecuhtli means Lord of Mictlan in Aztec mythology. He is the god of the land of the dead and the king of Mictlan, which is the lowest and northernmost segment of the underworld. He is one of the primary gods of the Aztecs and is the most renowned of the various gods and goddesses of death and the underworld. It is believed that the worship of Mictlantecuhtli occasionally involved followers consuming human flesh in or around the temple, a practice we know as ritual cannibalism. In this movie, Mictlantecuhtli is depicted with almost the same descriptions but adding details such as hunger for demon flesh, teleportation, flight, and pyrokinesis. Second is Nergal. Nergal is an ancient Mesopotamian deity that was narrated in hymns and myths as a god of war and pestilence. Nergal seems to symbolize the sun of noontime and of the summer solstice that generates destruction, since high summer is the dead season in the Mesopotamian climate cycle. He is also known as the king of sunset. In different records, Nergal changed from a god of war into a god of the underworld. Nergal was also the being who oversees the netherworld and governs the dead. Because he was a god of the desert, fire, and the underworld, Christian writers have identified him to be a demon and even associated him with Satan as the chief of Hell's secret police, which is somewhat similar to his characterization in DC. Nergal in this movie was depicted as a very powerful demon whom the Queen of Angels do not dare fight. Third is Angela, the Queen of Angels. Although not directly depicting a specific mythical creature or deity in history, the Queen of Angels depicted the old name of Los Angeles itself. In 1781, a group of 44 settlers who became known as Los Pobladores established this town and gave its original name of El Pueblo de Nuestra Señora la Reina de los Ángeles, which means the town of Our Lady of the Queen of the Angels. In the Catholic literatures, Mary, Mother of Jesus, is considered the Queen of the Angels. However, in this movie, and because of the way she delivers history to Constantine, audience should be happy that they named her Angela instead. Angela embodies the collective history of the whole city of angels. Today, the city of Los Angeles still has the largest Roman Catholic archdiocese in the United States.
You're the collective. city. You're Los Angeles.
Queen of Angels.
Fourth are the Hellhounds. If there is one character that was portrayed closely to its folklore version, it's the Hellhounds. The Hellhounds are the supernatural, hellish dogs depicted in numerous mythologies around the world. Most common attributes include glowing red eyes, speed, mangled black fur, and super strength, all of which were exemplified in this movie. Created by ancient demons, Hellhounds are also called the bearers of death in some myths because they are theoretically created to serve as heralds of death. Other magical characters also made this movie more exciting despite not having connections to real-life folklores, such as Asa, the Nightmare Nurse, whose animation gave a Japanese anime Sailor Moon vibe. Her character was actually very important in keeping Chaz's daughter alive, and her powers such as mind reading, eldritch blast, spiritual possession, and protective constructs are very fascinating.
I understand the pleasures of this human flesh well enough. But the kind of love you're talking about? It's a mystery to me.
Also, we have Berul, a very scary monster who illustrated how to torture humans.
I've got to wait for the bodies to liquefy, dredge out the bones.
And then?
Use it for my daily swim, of course.
Dark, gritty, and gruesome, Constantine, City of Demons is an entertaining R-rated superhero movie that focuses on the friendship of Chas and Constantine and his struggles and negotiations in saving Chaz's daughter. The story had a mild twist in revealing the true antagonist and gave surprising thrills for its bloody scenes. The voice acting was excellent in carrying the dialogues and the needed emotions. The script is well written and added many dreamlike factors in between. It gave a dramatic ending that left the audience heartbroken. It is a combination of horror, magic, family, and friendship drama all in one animated movie.